them.
Yeah. Okay.
Good job. Make sure your elbows stay loose. You're on track though.
So I really, and this is, like right off the bat, he's like being good.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how good he was like with just over the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Good. Expect it. That's what he's supposed to do. Thumbs on top. When he's good, you work on yourself. Left leg in that corner. Make sure he rounds around the corner. Good. Leg, leg, leg. So when you're doing that half circle, you've got to do the leg in the middle of the half circle to keep it round. Otherwise he flattens and you lose your bend. You're going to have those at first level, and they require inside leg to ride a half circle correctly. And now bring him back down onto the bit. Don't let his neck come up and resist. All that neck hollowing is him resisting and tightening his back. So his neck needs to stay down there while you do the half circle. So maintain your contact, maintain your connection. Do a little suppling as you're doing your half circle. And this, to the left, is his harder bend direction. So you know your half circle to this way needs more leg than your half circle the other way. Exactly, that was much better. Thumbs on top. That's the thinking portion of the riding and knowing your horse well. You have to know that every time I go left, I have to use more leg. When I go right, I don't need as much leg. But that means when you're going right, because you don't need as much leg, you can make sure he stays supple in the top line and doesn't raise his top line when you do your half circle. Make him supple his back and walk forward into. Yeah, forward into, forward into, forward into, neck staying down and supple. Yeah, and then right there, supple and back down, change the bend. Good. Feel the difference from that one from the one previous?
Yeah.
Thumbs on top. This is actually an excellent exercise to work on. Doing a half circle and then change bend, and then around the short side, half circle, change your bend back around the short side. Because it gives you that chance, half circle, leg, leg. Yeah, there you go. Quite nice. Yeah. And then keep that bend, keep that bend, keep that bend, and now change your bend. Shift. Yeah. Neck stay supple, forward, loose. Yeah.
Wow. Good work.
Mm-hmm. Right your corners. Half circle, staying supple and loose. Neck stays down, not raising our head. Straight for a moment and then change your bend. New inside leg shoves his hips over. It's not just about bend, it's about his ribs and his hips stepping over to the right. Connect him to your right rein. He's not quite shifted. There, now you feel it? You want to feel that shift all the way. Don't fake it. You guys are getting too good for that now. These are the little things that are going to make the difference at you being successful at first level and getting the good scores. Next, stays down, stay supple, stay loose, and then change the bend. Now shift his hips and ribs and into the corner, ride your corner. Hips and everything, stay, yeah, good, next, stays down. Because when he uses he puts his butt underneath, but then he wants to raise his neck. We want him to use his butt with his neck down, which makes him use his back more. Keep him supple. Leg supple, leg supple, leg supple. So pay attention to your accuracy. That one's not so good. Circle around and do it again. Yeah, leg bend. Look where you want to go, leg bend. Silly boy. Yeah, good. Now change your bend. Till you feel his hip step over. Hold and don't let him run. Step over. Yeah. Next stays down. Don't let him fall in. Next stays down. Hip stays over. Keep your positioning. Leg. Yeah, exactly. Good job. Now change your bend. Hip and ribs. Good. Right your corner. Don't let him fall through the corner. You keep him out through the corner. Out. Yep. Out to your outside ring. Out to my outside ring. Supple the neck down. What's his neck doing? There you go. Good. Good. Change the bend. Hold and move. Shift his hips. There you go. Off my leg. Yes. And then that's enough of that. Go trot a little bit. The same thing, he's got to come around in the trot work. He's like, do I have to? Can I get away with not? Yep. So try not to kick him every stride though. Don't make your legs kick every stride. If you want to nail him, by golly, you put that leg on and give him a good poke with your spur. But if otherwise, you can't kick him every stride. You're going to dull him to your leg. Make your legs be still, and then when you want to, then use it. Use it like you mean it. And you weren't poking him with your spur every stride. You weren't even touching him with your spur. But I don't like to see your leg kicking every stride. Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it still.
Yeah. And it got better as soon as you started focusing on it. But it's an easy habit to fall into where we kick every stride to make them go. And that needs to not be the case. It needs to be like, when I say go, then you go.
Alright, we'll just do that.
It was fine. Your thing just lost you. I don't know when it lost you, but Dallin noticed it.
It was following my mom.
Oh, great. I like that. Keep him in front of your leg. Do that again. Up, down transition again. Because he was a little bit sticky, right? So then we immediately want to do it again until it improves. That you can do that walk down smoother. Yeah. Smoother out to the bridle. Smoother out. Now, but he doesn't get to stick his nose out.
Yeah.
That's not how that goes. It's not, you did it crappy, so I'm going to let you be strung out like a training level horse. No, you have to learn to do it in a new frame. And again, stay back with your upper body. That will help in your transitions when you stay back with your upper body. Yeah, that was much nicer. I cannot emphasize these enough. Like, do these a lot. They help a lot. Keep his neck down. Yeah, keep his neck down. Stays round. Wrong diagonal. There you go. There you go. That looks like a dressage horse. Do it in that frame. And yes, he doesn't like it because it has to make him use his back more. This is where the strengthening of your horse comes from. This is where you're making him stronger. Yes. Lovely. Now do the transition. Yeah. Walking. Yes. Nice.
Good boy.
And making him wait for your up transition. Don't let him take the transition either, right? He doesn't get to choose when the up transition comes. That's also you. Good. Really think about your inside leg coming back, and really your inside leg is what cues him into the trot. Really think about that inside leg coming back, and your inside leg is cueing his inside leg to trot. It helps with the imaging if you think of your leg as touching his hind leg. Because that's where you want the trot to originate from. It's from the hind legs, right? So make sure your legs are back underneath of you and reach back to cue his hind legs. Yeah. You feel the difference?
Yes, that was good.
That's some upper level riding, girlfriend. Trick of the masters. Inside leg back, and it gets him in front of your leg in that up transition. Your leg touches his inside hind leg. See how much better that works? And bonus points, it puts you in a good position alignment-wise. Because we always can get our legs farther underneath of us, right? We're always trying to pull that leg a little farther underneath of us. Trust me, I got this lecture from Andre Gonke when I rode with him. Then he's like, move your inside leg farther back. Move your inside leg farther back. When you cue, move your inside leg farther back. And I was like, oh, okay, now I got it. Yes. But you feel how that adds that little bit of crispness to your transitions. That hind leg connection.
Good boy.
We want to ride the hind leg connection.
Yes.
It becomes less and less and less about your reins, and more and more and more about your seat and legs riding his hind end.
We're just going to walk around a minute.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Take a little relax break.
That was fantastic. And that really gave me a good like using my leg to talk to his back leg.
Yes. And that's what it's really supposed to be about. And so many people, we kind of lose track of that. There's so much to riding, right? Mm-hmm. We sometimes lose track of the fact that our legs are supposed to be communicating with their hind legs. That's the basics of this dressage stuff. And so if they're not connected, if their hind legs are not connected to our legs, then you're missing out on that really in front of the leg feeling that develops into self-carriage. And this is a good exercise for him because he has that anxious tension when you pick up the reins, his desire to please is, so I would do a gazillion walk to medium walk transitions. You know, from a free walk to medium walk, to free walk to medium walk, to free walk to medium walk, to where he can be calmer about it and really pick your rein up enough that you can half halt him if he starts to run off. Slide down that one rein long enough and then sit on that rein while you pick up the other one and sit on that one and then shorten them just a tiny bit. Because I don't think you're quite short enough. Yeah. And then put him together and then make him walk on that shorter rein connected, dropping his neck. Come on to the correct. Put him together. Be a dressage horse again. And he's like, I didn't want to do that all the time, just sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, if I would have held it longer though, because he was barely accepting of it yet, and then you gave it away. Really make him have to own it, like half a circle. I wouldn't do anything less than half a circle, because he has to be solidly connected and confident in his walk. Not that, I almost got it, and then you let go again. Right. Like, really make him connected. Really make it solid that he's with you, he's giving, he's soft, and he's on the bit. With the neck down. Put that neck down. Yeah, neck down. Slow him if you have to. Yeah. And then you could go a little bit faster again, but just a little, not running. Yeah, neck down. Bend them a little, put a little connection. There you go. Exactly. Keeping it is exactly it. Because he goes there, but he's not good at staying there. Which is why I say no less than an absolute minimum of half a circle before you change. Because he needs to get better at staying there. Keep your flexion, keep his ribs out. Yeah. And two, that you can use your leg in this more collected walk. We'll say collected, it's not truly collected, but yeah, this more put together walk, that you can use your leg and he doesn't go faster. That you can supple him, right? You saw Donna's horse when we did the shoulder over change and bend. Yeah. He should be able to do the same thing. You should be able to come up center line and use one leg and bend one way and then use your other leg and bend the other way and have him shift well in this connection. In this level of being put together. Now shift him from your outside leg. Counterflex him. Move him off your outside leg. Counterflex. Come on. Get him off your leg. All the way. Get the shoulders off. Get him off your leg. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Turn. Turn off the rail. Turn all the way around. Shoulders around. Shoulders around the butt. There we go. And now back to inside rein. Bend his butt around. Tuck his little butt under. So come off the rail and ride off the rail. second or third track in. So you have room. Because we're just going to shuffle him a little bit. So now turn his butt around his front end.
Turn his butt around.
Around the front end. So you're going to use your right leg. We're back to inside bend. We're back to inside bend.
That's not exactly what I wanted.
Okay, we're on inside bend, tracking to the right. Slow his front end, and you apply your right leg to move his butt around his front end. Bring him back into the middle on the third track on the inside, so there's room. You can't ride him on the rail for these exercises. Now slow his front end and make his hind end move around his front end. Slow his front end, slow his front end. Stay off the rail. Slow the front end, slow the front end. Now move him off your right leg. His butt needs to come all the way around. You're doing a 360-degree turn. Right there in the middle, 360-degree turn. His butt's going around the front end. Butt's going around, 360 degrees. Slow the, yeah, there you go. Keep going all the way. Ah, hold the front. Hold the front. Move his butt. Yeah. Now continue on. You're going to do that again, so don't get against the rail. You're only in the middle, quarter line to quarter line.
Got it.
Walking, walking, walking. Keep the walking rhythm. Off my leg. Slow the front, off my leg. Slow the front, off my leg. Slow the front, off my leg. Good.
Okay. I think I got it.
Stay off the rail. There you go. Slow the front to your turn. Slow the front. Yeah, he has to come off the leg. Slow the front. Make it, no, slow the front. Make his leg move in the butt. He's not walking a circle. He's turning on the forehand. Get off my leg. Do it again. Ah, you're not done. That was bad. Do it again. Keep the shoulders. Yeah, in a line. No, he can't. Has to keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. But slow it in place. In place. In place. There you go. Yes. Walking. Turn. Now, forward. 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 Yeah, forward. Slow the front. Slow the front. Finish it. There you go. You've got to finish. Now straight. So you have to go the full 360 degrees. Don't let him cheat out the last quarter of it. And again, there in the middle. Slow the front, turn the butt around the shoulders. Keeping the walking rhythm. No, walking, walking, turn off my leg. Walking, walking, turn off my leg. Keep the bend, keep him off your inside leg. There you go, better. Good. And then give him his rings and let him take a little break. That's a lot of thinking, but that exercise is extremely good for him. Because he gets a little stiff through his body, and that means like, get off my leg.
Yeah.
Step up underneath of yourself where you're supposed to be, and it makes you have to control the front end.
Yeah. That was crazy. My brain is blown up right now. Seriously, it's like, I'm the emoji. That was great. That was fantastic.
Yeah, those are really good for him. And they're good for the development of you guys. All right, put them back together. On the bit, neck down. He's like, but I know it's coming.
Is it though? Is it? And
And then take it back. He doesn't need very long there. Nope, sit deep. Yeah, the minute you feel him start to do that, you sit deep and be like, no. And now do a turn on the forehand. Keeping your walk rhythm. Keep your walk rhythm. Yep. Hold the front. Hold the front. Make it be about the butt. Yes. There you go. And out. Perfect. Don't get against the wall. Don't get against the wall. When you get against the wall, you block yourself of a gazillion possibilities. Write him off the wall. Quarter line to quarter line. No. No. What is that? That was him just walking around. Yeah. Good fixing. He caught it partway through. So the deal with those is that they only work if you control the front end. If you do not control the front end, it's actually the opposite of good for you. It ruins training. So there's that. Now slow the shoulders and turn on the front. Slow, but keep it going. Keep the shoulders going. Turn the haunch. Slow the yeah, turn the haunch. Haunch, 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 haunch. Make his haunch work. Nope, not blowing out the shoulders. Not blowing out the shoulders. Yes, thank you. Step. Keep going, because he didn't do a whole circle. Outside rein helps. There, 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 and walk on. Good boy. Don't go to the wall.
And he's going to expect it right there, so I'm not going to do it.
That's fine.
Yeah, see, right?
But it was about good to get his neck back down, right? He was starting to get uptight, and now you go, now work on getting your neck down. Stepple, forward, around my leg. Hold the front though. It's not doing it if his front doesn't get held. I hope you see in that video, the first half was crap, and then the second half you nailed. Hold the front. There you go. You have to hold the front for that to be accurate. Good. Good choice.
Nope, walking. We're just walking. We're just walking. We're not doing it. Listen to me. We're not doing it.
So just do a serpentine.
Serpentine?
Yeah, so walk a serpentine, quarter line to quarter line. Deep serpentine. On the bit. That's the quarter line, turn. Hello?
Oh, it's that way. I was looking at the wrong one.
We're not really being accurate for geometry right here. It's a suppling exercise. So bend now, you're at quarter line. Go straight towards the wall, and then you're going to bend again before you get to the quarter line. Your quarter line bend. Yep. So again, make him do it on the bit. Make him do it in that nicer connection. Yeah, and then you're going to shift and bend. Shift his hips over, bend around, neck down, walking forward, soft connection to my hand, and then shift him over. Change his bend, shift. Yeah, be nice about it. Don't be a jerk. Make sure you support him, that he lifts all the way when you go to the left. The right's his better way, smoother. So the next time, this next one that you're going to do to the left, you get there. You make sure that you bend him. Hold and shift all the way. Make him really get up underneath of himself. Yes, all the way. Oh, yeah, like you could, yes, like that. You could do the turn on the haunch. You feel that final step come under?
Yeah.
That's kind of why we did the turn on the haunch, so you can feel, that's what it should feel like when it gets up underneath of you. So that's what the corners of your serpentine should feel like. You're essentially doing a turn on the forehand through the serpentine, right? Every bend is a little turn on the forehand. Feel how that goes better?
Yes.
Every turn is a little turn on the forehand. Supple, down, round, around my aids. Yeah, it's not him pulling you down through the corner. It's that you're stepping his butt up underneath of him through the corner. Yeah.
Good.
And another row of the same. Yeah. Focusing especially on your turns to the left, that he really steps under and forward, under, off my leg, get off my leg. You've got to spur that. Yes, that final step. Did you feel it?
Yes, and I actually use the spur.
Yes, and that's why you're wearing them, so that you can use them like that. Same thing, do it on your own this time, so I don't have to tell you to. You know how to do it now, do it. All the way, come on, finish it. Finish it, stay there, don't even go back to the right. Left turn again. Yes, off my leg. There! That little finishing touch, it makes a big difference in how everything looks. Finish the last step of your turn and make his haunch get over. You should feel it just like you do when you're doing the turn on the haunch. If you don't feel it, you probably didn't quite get it. And it's mainly when you go to the left, because that's his hard way. All the way. Shift him over. Yeah. Yeah, make him actually step under. Connect him over. Just go down the rail, connecting him, go down the rail, connecting him. Off my leg. Good. There you go. And that little connection right there from your inside leg, right? Your inside leg is back so that it can talk to the hind leg, right?
Yeah.
There's your canter depart from walk to canter.
The inside?
Yes. So when you're, just listen, I'm not asking you to do anything. Just, you could have kept walking, but when you're walking and he's all connected and he's on your aids, right? We talked about your inside leg being back a little bit.
Yeah.
When you go to canter, this leg slides back, your outside leg goes back to say, we're getting ready. And then when you're ready, you squeeze those two aids together. Your inside leg and your outside leg come together and he goes, whoop.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily off your outside aid. Your outside aid goes back and says, get ready. And then when they squeeze together, up into the canter he rolls.
Okay. Okay.
But we're not really there yet. But I just wanted to kind of tell you that's where that's going from. So if you're doing a good job of pushing him into your outside rein, when you're changing your bends there, right, that we've been working on, and shifting his hip underneath of you, that's going to be the beginning of his walk canter transition. So it has to be good or you won't have good walk canter transitions. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Neck down all the way. Don't let him get away with that this far into the ride. He should have his neck down way down there. He should be listening better than that. Get him off your inside leg. Supple that neck down. There you go. That's better. Good. I would have made him stay there longer. You're being too nice to him. He does not need more practice stretching. He needs more practice being on the bit. Stretching is good, but he only needs it for a very short period of time, and then he needs much more practice of behaving himself and not getting antsy while he walks around on the bit connected. Lower the neck. Now he's not connected anymore. He's fussy. Slow the walk. Control him. Yeah. Just change the walk as in the connection. Can you go bigger? Can you go smaller? Make him listen to your seat. Yeah. And then he doesn't raise the neck when you change his pace from a smaller walk to a bigger walk. He still has to keep the same connection, neck down. So there's some homework for you to work on. Feel how he gets herky-jerky? So yeah, doing that, walking forward, bigger, faster, slower, faster, slower, faster, slower, one notch faster, one notch slower, within that more connected, supple walk is good homework. But yeah, not letting his nose get out there. He's still got to stay connected with his neck down. Good. All right, that's our time. Good job.
Good ahas today.